Good morning, replayers. I'm Calico Kate. I want to welcome you. I'm so glad that you chose to spend your time with me. I know that there's 1,000 other things that you could be doing, but I'm glad you're here. I'm very glad you're here. Earlier this week, I started working on these, and I decided until everyone else gets here, I would just kind of be working on these little tags. Good morning, Melody. I was just saying hi to everyone. Oh, Melody, you do have your hands full with that 3.5-year-old granddaughter and a month old grandson, but I bet he's sweet. Just a rocking him. I bet he's so sweet. As others come in, I'm going to finish these. I just got to this part where I put a scrap of fabric and a button on them. Keisha makes these as a little thank you when you buy stuff. So I thought I would kind of steal her idea a little bit. Mine won't be exactly like hers because mine have a button. So I hope your week is going well, Melody. Has it been a busy one? Well, obviously it has if you've had a 3.5-year-old. And oh, those 3-year-olds are so busy. So busy. I remember keeping Emerson at that age. I didn't ever think I'd get her raised. Not that I was the one even raising her, but I need a straight pen. Pardon my reach. Well, I'm just glad you've got the rest of the week to relax because I am sure you're needing them. Hello, all of you in the background. Get your drink and relax. It's Tuesday morning, tea and chat. We're going to do some bits and bobs and finish up some things I started. I want to add some lace and some bling to these. I've got some happy mail. I've got all kinds of stuff I can add. Hi, Becky. Is Mary done? I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want her to feel her read. Hi, Janet. Yes, things are going well. I'm not very bright today. I'm just kind of warning you. I got a treatment yesterday from the chiropractor, and I am very sore from that. I had planned on going to a funeral this afternoon, but without sleep, my brain doesn't work. My fiber fog kicks in. And I was going to take my 93-year-old friend that I used to teach with, and that's not going to happen. So I've already called her and told her I won't be able to take her. I just can't. I'm not safe behind a wheel. If somebody was hurt and I had to get to town, I could. But I'm not alert enough to um, get her out to the car and drive a block and get her into the um, car. Pam, I did start a little early. Are you home from taking the kiddos? I wanted some time to talk to the replayers, and Melody was already here, so we visited a bit. You know me, you never know when I'm going to start. I'm working on these tags I'm making from Keisha. But I do apologize for all of the mistakes I'm going to be making. All the words I get wrong. I'm apologizing one time. Oh, good. You just dropped them off. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome. Yes, and she and I visited for quite a while yesterday. And the lady who passed has had cancer and has just steadily gotten worse. When I went for my first job to interview, okay, Pam. Yes, Janet, I know. And my friend truly understood. And I went to a very little school, very, very little school. It was first and second grade combined, but I graduated in January. So, you take what you get. And I went, being a new teacher in 1983, I went in an interview suit. Snowy night. Hi, Barbara. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And she came over to me and she said, they didn't tell you that they were interviewing you hi, Gail, during halftime of the ball game. No, they did not tell me that. And she said, well, come over and sit by me. She said, and I will let them know earlier. They should have told you. And I've never forgot that act of kindness. And that's just how she was. Well, later I found out that she did let them know. And her husband was on the board. They did interview me during halftime of the boys and girls game in their bib overalls, the whole bit. I never left the room. I got the job while I was sitting there. They found me a place to stay. And I continued visiting with them and getting, all of the things I needed to do lined out. And then when the game was over, I left. And later, her husband told me that she had really given them what for. But it was kind of funny. But they looked at my transcript. They looked at everything while I sat right there. And I had a B in something. Or I might have had a C in like rocks and geology or something like that. And they just thought that was wonderful, that I wasn't going to be the smartest person in the school. But I got the job of teaching first and second graders. And so I am going to make a sympathy card since I'm not going to be able to go to the funeral. And I thought I would stick one of these little tags in it. I made a whole bunch of these little tags. while I watched something on YouTube, and I sat here and just made them. But all I did was put fabric in a button. So now I'm kind of, this still needs some adding to it. I'm happy to see so many of you here today. I'm glad that of all the things you could be doing, you chose to come to see me. That does my heart good. Heart's not being a pumping like it should. I don't know. I mean, it's fine, but my blood beats per minute have sure been low. Don't know what that's all about, but the doctor's not worried about it, so I'm not either. I can't find my bull pens. I don't know where they're all at. You know that you hang charms with? I think that's what they call ball pens or something. I have all these charms, and I know I have some. I remember distinctly bringing them up, but I have no idea where they are. So I'm wondering if there's a way, I'm looking around, I could use this earring. Maybe if I got a post earring, I could poke it through easier. I don't, oh, and I've already messed all that up. Barbara, you're sorting out your quotes. Well, that's not going to work with the fabric in there. So we'll just make our dots back. When you get that craft room all cleaned up, I want pictures, Barbara. That's going to be a nice little craft room all organized. Okay, Becky. Yesterday, I didn't do any crafting. I had coffee with my girlfriend. We have been close friends since 85 maybe. And one of those people that as soon as we met, we instantly clicked. And one of those people that you don't have to be around them all the time and talk. Yes, Gail, I was yesterday. And we sat on her daughter's deck. Her daughter wasn't there, but we sat on the back deck without her daughter. It was just so nice to just sit. Hi, Janet Nash. Sit and just visit. And when we see each other for the first time, it's like we've not been away. We don't have to text each other all the time when I'm gone. We don't have, to do any of those kind of things. We know the other is there when we need them. It's just that wonderful kind of friendship. And our kids were like second kids to us. If I think I've talked about, if I was out of money and Andy needed something, I'd tell him to go ask her, and vice versa. So we try when I'm up here to get together once a week. We don't always make it, but we try. It's that kind of friendship that I hope my kids have. Andy's got a friend that he's been best of friends since they were 4. Hi, Vanessa. How are you today? I sure hope I haven't missed anybody with all my rambling. Gail, isn't it a full-time battle? You and Barbara getting it all clean and organized. I'll have to do that when I leave to pack up, and then I'll cover everything with sheets and tablecloths so everything doesn't get dusty. But oh my, it's a job. Oh, Janet, he does. Isn't that nice? And I see Cheryl's working on your prompts, Janet, from yesterday. I didn't sleep very good, so I'm just kind of sitting here, not really doing much of anything. I did kind of take your advice and put on an easy YouTube to listen to. And then I finally went to bed at 3. And then I tried to think of all the people I knew who had twins. Oh, Barbara. Doesn't that irritate you? Yes, Janet, sometimes you do. Is your room very big, Gail? I want Aunt Beck's room. She has a nice big room. I have a nice big room, but I don't get to use it all for crafting, and that's okay. You know, these little pink flowers might look cute on some of these. I own open stamps under a pile. Gluing and painting, gluing and painting. My husband rarely comes in here. He doesn't even come in here and watch TV. He sits in the kitchen. The kitchen is really large. It's one of those where you've got the kitchen and the attached dining room and the kitchen tables in there. And that's where his mom always sat. And it's always had a TV in there. And that's where she spent a good amount of time. And Janet, you took over. Yeah, you did. I remember seeing pictures. That's all right, Vanessa. You get some things done. You can listen in the background if you want, or you can turn me off, whatever you need to do. Oh, good, Pam. It's time for some quiet time and to get your brain wrapped around your day. My husband's just getting home. I think he must have gone hunting. I just like sparkles. Who needs a dining room except if you've got Thanksgiving or Christmas? I'm in the main living room. I took, and I think I'm going to make some fresh ones of these. Hi, honey. I took old clocking cards and made these. I didn't know what else to do with them. See, that's a scale. But neither one of my homes have full dining rooms. Not even the ones I designed. Before I get too carried away, I want to show some happy mail. These are some things I did the other day. Becca was talking, I think, about inchies. And going along what Janet always says about what you can do with fabric, you can do with, what you can do with paper, you can do with fabric. I did some fabric inchies and twinchies. Oh my, Janet, that is a lot of stuff, but that's okay. Yeah, I think a lot of people do that. But I made these, and then I made, kind of trying to let the lag, just some of these that I'll probably put some beading on. I made an ATC card. These are what I made for family for Christmas. But these are kind of fun to make out of just old cereal boxes. And I could easily stick them in an envelope, and they're not very thick. So I've been doing that. Like I said, I've been doing these little cards. And then I got some happy mail. A bunch of it. I got a card from Becky of her owl. Isn't that pretty? Becky, you're such a good artist. Says the melancholy season that suits memories so well. And then I went to Cheryl's. I don't know if Cheryl's is here or not, but I went to her 10th anniversary. And one staff, I won this stamp that I've not even opened, waiting for all of you. Look at all these stamps I won. It says just breathe, eat, sleep, yoga, repeat, no pain, no champagne. Namaste in bed, sweat, smile, repeat. Home is where my mat is. Hustle hard. And this one also has the die cut. Act like a lady, think like a boss. Good things come to those who hustle. Gold digger, just a girl with goals. So those were fun to win. And then she had a trivia game, and I got an answer right. And so I won more bling. I didn't open until I had shown y'all. And then on top of all that, she sent all these goodies. So I will use, look at this little tablet of things to do. And then these are the time cards I use to make my little tags. So I will use those today. Put those right there. And then I'll put these all in my Happy Mail. And then from Esther, I do love Bling Janet. I do. From Art by Esther, Esther Thompson. We were making inchies and twinsies at the same time. So these were her inchies that she sent me. Aren't those cool, out of jelly prints that she made? I thought those were really fun. And then this whole little pile of stuff. I got a little heart, the gingerbread man, Santa, more bling. You know, Emerson's going to love some of this when she sees it. Souvenir views in that cute little frame. And I just think that's so pretty. It's my shabby chic. Some Tim Holtz. Here's more of those hearts. I think these are fun. The little photo booth. And she sent me some washi. That's something I don't have much of. It says, fill your heart with love and flowers. And then this pretty pink one. I'm going to put that right here with my washi tape. I use it. I just don't think to buy any. And I've got some, so I'm good. Here's thank you and family and these flowers. I may use some of these on my sympathy card I make. Typewriter ribbon, isn't that neat? Here's some birds. And then this is cool. See how she wrapped up all these ribbons with this wire ribbon. Oh, I'm glad, Cheryl. But isn't that a nice way just to keep things all together there? Well, Cheryl, you need to go eat. So, and I'm just going to keep those all wrapped up, and then I'll know they're Esther's. I'll put them in Pam's little basket over here. Free as a bird, a little ATC card by Artful Esther. Little Santa. Look at all these little snowmen she's made. Then I got some music paper, and I got an old dictionary page. It's even falling apart on me, which makes it really good to glue onto something. So I got all those goodies from Esther in our little chosen swap of stuff. And then that's not all. I did get my Keisha order, and I've opened it and put some of it away. And I have some of it here. Then I got another Happy Mail from Pam. She keeps me in mail, let me tell you. Where's my bag? Oh, there it is. I'll lay it on top of it over there. And I think I showed this. Yes, I've shown this. Okay, got laid on top of there. There we go. So that's my Happy Mail. And then I was going to show you how I make these little tag things. And you can make them any way you want, but it's something to do with time cards. Me too, Pam. Me too. I hope she doesn't take offense. But what music? And I don't cover these. You could. And what I do is I just fold them. Doesn't it, Janet? Because you know that somebody was thinking of you. And I just cut these little time cards. And I was thinking you could do these with addition and subtraction cards. And this one I'm going to get 4 from. And then I just cut them in half. And I don't worry if they're all the same size or not. Because who's going to know I'm only sending one. So I do try to make sure they're cut fairly straight. But, you know, I'm not going to get out the paper cutter because that would make too much sense. And then with these, I'm going to get my fabrics. And I do this with my scraps where you wind them around stuff. You take a strip and wind it. And I've got ball pins on this, so I can just use this one. This pink one won't care. This is hibiscus cheesecloth. And I really like it. It came from Keisha's sale. I didn't wrap it. This is pink I dyed. And here's some white I need to do something with, but I'm kind of waiting until I need it and get this kind of emptied. This is a little too full, but like this is linen that I had a strip of. And we all know I have plenty of fabric strips. So I'm going to take this pink and I got out my little flowers here. I thought I kind of like it when it hangs over. But first I need to stamp it on the inside. These I all said, like when times are tough, friends are your umbrella. Has a little flower. That's the same thing. That's not mine. I wrote you a song of joy. You guys are probably going to be seeing some of these. There's one that says, oh, this too shall pass. I'm looking for some that, there's one about coffee. So something about coffee, the most important meal of the day. You're never alone. So anyway, that's what they all say. And I just got some stamps from Keisha, and I'm going to use those because I didn't get any out, and I know there's some little fun ones in here. You know, when you're trying to keep 2 craft rooms going, it's hard. Oh, I can always take more fabric strips, Pam, if you've got some strips and want to get rid of them, because I'm going to use them for baskets. I love this one. It's so whimsical. I probably won't paint it. I'm thinking of you. That's what I want. Something like that. And all right. And I think all of these that I'm making right now are going to say thinking of you. And I think it's going to have that heart on it. Here's one that says life is good. But I like this. Oh, no. I want those. I want that dragonfly or the flower. I'm so undecisive. Make you a basket, Pam, or how about if I make you a basket? Becky? No, you couldn't possibly know. Anybody who sews has that. I just really try not to have too many scraps. So I use them on anything I can think of. And now I'm into making the baskets. I really like that print. It's not the normal print that says thinking of you. Won't that be fun and happy mail? Well, let's just do this factory style, and I'll go ahead and get these stamped. Oh my goodness, Pam. That is a lot of scraps, and I don't need 13 gallons. Okay, so thinking of you is done. Now I want a heart. Or the dragon. I think I'll do the dragonfly. See, I do too, Vanessa. I use them for I use them for clusters. I use them for flaps. And like on my Project Dress Girl, that was all, like my pockets and all that are scraps. You could do that, Pam, and sell them. You'd be surprised. Yeah, tucks, pockets. Yeah, stuffing. So this is the inside. And then I had just a little room for a note and to sign it. But Janet, I want to make a pillow out of hexagons because I've never made a hexagon quilt. However, my question is, so that all your hexagons are for sure the same size. I saw where Kate on Homely House, she has a die cut. And so they all come out the same size. Is that what you do also? Is use a die cut? There you go, Pam. There's an idea, Becky. Well, Gail, I think it would, but not as much as cutting them out by hand. You just trace. Okay. Maybe this will be a real little pillow. Julia sent me some already sewn together so I could see what it looks like. And then she sent me a second one. Right, Gail. Oh, really, Pam? So, kind of like a crazy quilt or a scrap quilt? I would just trace around the hexagon she sent me. The other day when I was ironing, I saw Steffi from Threads and Glue and Izzy. I saw Lizzie first. And then I saw another lady who, when she organizes, she's a quilter, and she keeps all of her scraps ironed because she says they're easier to store. And so after seeing three people, I thought maybe that was us. I mean, it was like day after day after day. It was time for me to iron scraps. So I ironed and I cut them all into 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. And then I had a few 5 ones. Yeah, it does. And I ironed them all and I cut them all. So I have all my strips. Strips I did not strips for my bowls did not get ironed. I just have a bag. And I thought I could use some of these for those hexagons because they would fit in these little ones. And I've got some that are printed that I can't stamp on because the other day I was stamping on these like in bright, because these are nice and thin that I could stick in Happy Mail. So, but you know, like this print, the frog works, but not So I don't know. Oh, that'll be fun, Becky. I love all the different things we all do. Do not know how people get bored. Okay, so I'm going to lay down my fabric. I'm going to lay a flower on it. She added some paper. I'm just kind of using hers as some inspiration. Oh, I don't either. I don't either. I'm going to use this little one since I'm covering it up mostly. Oh, that is kind of neat. You use strips of fabric or whatever, and then let me glue this all down. That's right, Janet. And my sister used to get them ready every night for bed too. Now I didn't, but boy, she did every night. And Emerson, she likes her play kitchen and her Barbies, and she loves to play restaurant. I found her at the consignment store a tablet with little ditto sheets in between for like $5 that I got her, and she likes writing on that and having a copy. But you know, she's of this new generation, so she uses mostly my keyboard to my iPad and her phone, and you have to sign the phone. Oh, you had a hospital wing. You knew back then you were going to be a nurse, didn't you? You made their clothes. Grandma, I can remember anytime we were getting a new doll for Christmas, Santa always got new clothes for it too, thanks to Grandma. I am really bad about gluing stuff down and then finding something else to add. Doesn't always work the best. I need print fabric for a heart. Oh, Janet. Oh, sure, your mother was a nurse. What kind of nurse? Doctor's office or hospital? Emerson doesn't play as much with her dolls up here. In fact, she wanted to take it all home. She'll play with her Barbies, and she'll craft, of course. And during the school year, she's not up here as much. Once school gets a going and stuff. And yesterday she was out of school, but I was gone all day. I love how you give Flo such a personality. How about a tiny, tiny button? Well, that would be all fine and good if I could get to my buttons. So I guess we use some bling. I don't know where my wire cutters are. I know I had a ball pen. There it is. Now, what did I just do with that pink bead? The friend I'm making the sympathy card for here in a minute, I had her daughter-in-law. I had both of her sons. I taught with one son. And her husband was on the school board when I was hired at that little school. "59 years old." I that was good, Kathy. Let's mess up your work. Yeah, my flowers aren't too good in Florida. I've always had cottage flower gardens, flower beds, flower gardens, whatever. Kind of go by the wayside. I want that pink bead. I know I got it out. Oh, well, I guess I'll get this pink bead. We'll do a dragonfly for them. I'm going to have an herb garden here next spring. Greg has been doing a lot of the landscaping to get things ready. I just have to learn, Janet, what herbs to cook with. I'm not good at using fresh herbs to cook with. My mother never did, so it's not something I know. You know how that goes. Yeah, Becky. And my lavender got huge and basil took over. I had an herb garden. Well, I had herbs. I can't say it was a garden. Lavender was my favorite. And but my rosemary did get huge. Cilantro, I think it was, took over. And there it is. Don't know about the flower. You don't see the dragonfly. I think I'm going to take the flower off. Well, this yard is absolutely huge. So, but I'm wanting the majority of the herbs in a plot in the backyard. And I want them in the ground and I only want perennials. Well, that's going to come off when those white ones are dry. I only want perennials so that when we're gone, they keep going. Hi, Dana. How are you? I'm so glad you came by to visit. We were just talking about scraps a little bit ago, Scrappy girl. Let's work on their card. I've already got the envelope made. This is going to be the envelope. I've not started on the card. I want to see if I can find some. They farmed and she was very outdoorsy. So I want to start with that idea. Good morning, Teresa. So glad you came by. Stopped in for a moment. Melody, those babies keeping you on your toes right now? Melody's got a newborn and a 3.5-year-old today. Okay, see you when you get back, Gail. I was going to do brown because I like that vintage look, but I didn't think for a sympathy card I wanted to do that. I'm drinking strawberry cheesecake that Janet got me hooked on. Okay, I have a stamp with words on it that I'd have sworn were right here. All ready to go. Malin and Jensen. Oh, I'm sure very busy. As soon as you get one mess cleaned up, they're in the middle of making another one. You're already too late. Yes, strawberry cheesecake tea. Isn't this blush colored lace pretty? I think I'm going to use it. It was a curtain, but not anymore. Oh, back to the doctor. Still has COVID. Oh, Melody, I helped that book fair and it took me 4 days. I want a tall flower stamp or something. Might use those. There it is. You know, after a live, and I know you others are the same way, I don't think my room will ever look right again, but it does. I don't have a sympathy or anything like that card. I mean, stamp. Here, I do for now. Take care, Teresa. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that. Well, none of these are appropriate. So we're just going to keep it nice and simple, and that's fine too. You know, sometimes we remember in prayer the one who's sick and forget about the caregiver. And sometimes it it's harder for them. So we definitely need to keep them both in our prayers. What you gonna do, Pam? There you go, Pam. That's a good idea. Are you pretty close to being done? Oh, you do. You got the zipper in yesterday. You planned on showing it on Friday shows? Yeah, I can't talk. Bottom still open. I'm looking forward to seeing your finished product. My question is, would it have been easier to go buy one? Of course, not as cheap since you had the fabric. Definitely not as rewarding. Good for you, Pam. I need some green. Well, Melody, come in and rest a minute when you get the chance. You need to get your feet up when they rest. And I'm sure if she was anything like my grandkids, she sure doesn't think she's tired. I don't need a nap. Oh, okay. So you're going to. Good for you. Do you, what are you others working on? I know you're all busy. Beck's planting a garden. Pam sewing a coat. Barbara is cleaning her craft room and organizing. They're now off on errands. Well, that's true. Janet's decorating envelopes. Bye, Becky. You have a wonderful day, and I'm glad you're getting your medicine. Well, now, why did I do that? See, I had it all figured out where I wanted it and then didn't put it there. Oh, me, oh, my. This is why I'm not driving today. Brain is sure in a fog. And that happens when anybody doesn't sleep. Um, I think I'm going to start tracing hexagons. Not that I don't have other stuff started. Still trying to finish up my towels. I'm trying to, I did figure out my buttonholer. And, but then when I went to practice it one more time before putting it on the fabric, it messed up. So I got to make sure I have that done. I got a book here that I use for there it is. And I've got those game pieces. I've got the fabric out for those to be cut. But I won't be able to do those today. I'd have to stand too long. I was going to mail my Project Dress-A Girls, and I was going to do that today. Well, we know that's not going to happen. And I was going, I've got Pam's box almost finished. It's full of fabric scraps, Pam, because I know that you need fabric scraps. So I'm teasing. And see, what else do I need to? Oh, I started on my panel and I was sewing around the stuff, but it's not sticking out as much as it wants. So I'm thinking maybe I need to do more than I was doing, but I'm going to finish working on it. I hope this sticks. Until I get some other sewing things on, I think. So I get the buttonholer done. I want to, Danny and I are probably going to get together Friday. And I'd like to take it so that she can give it to her mother to thank her for all of the fabric she gave me. So I want to get those done. Otherwise, I wouldn't worry so much about them, and that'll be all the towels I have except for Christmas ones. So, but, gotta figure out that buttonholer. I saw that, Pam. Isn't that amazing? Okay, Vanessa, I will. Um, I'm concentrating on getting these to stick and reading the chat. Hope nobody came in that I missed. Okay, now I want to make these glossy. Then I'm going to check all my words to see if I have any words to add to it. I hope I do. I know I got happy birthday. Dreams and wishes, but none of those are appropriate. None of these are appropriate. But don't you worry, I've got a lot of other words. There you go. I have to do that now. And then I didn't know that, Pam. None of these are appropriate, unfortunately. So what do I want? And I don't have to have a sentiment. Keep moving forward, but don't think that's what they want to hear right now. So I think I'm just going to leave that without. I'll put a little bling at the bottom. Put in some pink to tie the flowers in. There you go. 2, 3, 4, 5. I lost my scissors. There they are. I love to make cards. And I think of it to mail cards. Getting them mailed is a totally different thing. So maybe since I don't feel super well today, that would be a good thing to do. I think I'm going to get it too busy if I'm not careful. What do you think? Is that too flowery for sympathy? I'll probably try and put something inside to go with it, but I could save it for a birthday card. If you think it's too, yeah, Janet, so you think it's okay? Not want it too springy here in the fall, but yet I didn't want it dark. I sure didn't want to do dead flowers. Something right there, maybe. Okay, thank you. And then I'll put this inside it. I'm going to take this flower off. I don't like it. Don't like it on there either. And that's true, Janet, it does. Got the dragonfly on backwards. That's part of my problem. There we go. I think of dragonflies as like hope or something. Okay, and then I will let that all dry. I'm going to put that over here so I can't mess it up. Okay. Hi, Happy Maker. How are you, Carol? I hope you're doing fine and dandy. I just finished making a sympathy card. Go rest well. That wore me out. It doesn't take much when I don't sleep. If anybody goes for a cup of tea, I'd like one, please. I know I'm so funny. We've got plans. There are some times I'm not going to be filming. Won't be filming over Christmas Day, that Tuesday, as we're going to go to Gatlinburg. The hotel's, well, the cabin, it's not really a hotel, is booked and ready. And so I won't film that day. And then April 2nd, Greg and I are going to go on a cruise to the Caribbean with another couple. And get off at some various islands. So I hope to video when I'm there, but I won't upload. We're not going to pay for the internet. So we're going to kind of what is it called? Are you, Vanessa? Oh, Carol, good for you. I am, thank you, Janet, for the tea and muffin. Thank you. I'll still be doing my lives when I have the internet. After we leave Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge, we will head on home. So that following, I should be able to film. Aren't these little booklets cute? I can't figure out what the fabric, but they're little vegetable things. I want the mushroom for my journal. Greg and I love to travel, and we have saved for years in order to travel. And then, and I think I've told you all this before. So, if we don't get started, we're not going to get everywhere we want to go. But, I'm looking forward to it. If any of you were in the Caribbean, let me know. Maybe we can stop off. The boat will stop and let us visit you. Some of these I'm not going to add anything to, but some I've got to the little side there, and I want to add a little more to it. Yes, we have. And kind of like you, Janet, when you guys go to the sea, you know, it's, and for so many years, we couldn't travel. As Andy was growing up, number one, we couldn't afford to, but Greg couldn't leave the farm. Hi, Zena. How are you? So, since, you know, he can now leave, there's a lot of places we want to go to that doesn't include doctors. So I, want to get well so I can do all those things. Are you doing well, Zena? So anyway, those are our plans, and both of them will allow me to rest if I need to or whatever. So that's good, but Since Emerson and I walk about the same pace, we'll be just fine. Nikki is a fast walker. Greg and Andy, you know how men are. Jackson would just as soon run, so. Yeah, and I'm fortunate that other people like doing the planning. I am not an event planner. I'm not good at it. I don't think, and never have been. I mean, it's why I eloped. I don't think of all the little things. Greg is great at thinking of all the details, and I'm just not. I just never have been. So, and Nikki loves the planning, and so does my girlfriend and the couple that we're going with. So that all works out really well. We still would like to get out west. I've not been to Oregon and Washington, Hawaii, or Alaska. And Greg hasn't been to those places either. So we'd both like to get there. And I don't know if those will be our next trip or what order we'll take them in. I'm not one that has to have that all written down. Whatever is fine. I'm just looking forward to going and seeing new places. We went to Cozumel with the same cousin, and we had a wonderful time with them. And she knows my health issues, of course, so she'll take that into consideration. Oh, I want to use some of Esther's what's that little bag of Twinchies? What did I do with those? I was going to use those on some of them, but I've covered them up. Imagine that. Guess I'll use them after I find them. Yeah, Zena, I heard all about that flat tire. That wasn't good. Did you get it fixed in today when you're supposed to get it fixed? I have to remind myself sometimes to keep these simple. They don't have to be. Let's put a little paper on this one. You're going in now. Okay. Oh, you overslept a little or you chose to oversleep? They're like ours in Florida. You don't even need a appointment. You just go in, and Greg and I, a lot of times, which I know you don't have this option, but we'll take it in the night before and tell them we'll pick it up the next day sometime. And that way they have all day to work on it. And we don't have to wait. I'm not one to, I don't mind sitting there and waiting, but if I can even just do anything else, always take something to work on. I don't want 2 flowers. What am I thinking? Oh, good, Zena. That was kind. You have a gas attendant? Our little grocery store here in town, the only one we have, still will carry your groceries out for you, which I think is neat. They'll ask you if you want help. I mean, granted, if I only have 2 little bags or something, they don't ask, but it's kind of fun. I need somebody to come clean mine. For Christmas one year, that's what I bought Nick. I mean, for her birthday one year, that's what I bought Nikki, was somebody to clean her house for a year. She told Andy that was the birthday present she was going to have every year. Of course, here you wouldn't get much done. It's illegal to pump your own gas. I'll be darned. And that's in Jersey or New York? Oh, Janet, isn't that a good idea? New Jersey. I'll be darned. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that at all. That's just pretty nice. Yeah, we don't have that in Missouri. I don't know if we could find anybody to do it. Man, our businesses are closing. We've had 2 businesses close this past week, or they will by the end of the month, due to lack of help. And one in Florida, they're on the beach, that gets lots of help. I mean, lots of customers. It's one of the bigger restaurants. Um, closed last night due to no help. And they said it was just for that night. And if anybody knew of anybody who could wanted a job, to let them know. Okay. Should be coming back. There we go. I don't know what happened. My phone went out. I lost connection. Our internet is not been real good here. Could you hear me though? I bet not. Oh, well, we're back now. Couldn't hear me either. Okay. I saw it about the time, Gail, you said something. I usually look at the chat and not the screen because the lag bothers me. I hate I'll be showing something and then seeing it later. Drives me nuts. I didn't want to lose y'all. I figure I had more to say, although I am tired. It is crazy, and I have it really bad. Have it really bad. I have a bunch of stamps, but I don't know what I did with them. There's some raised little flowers I could use. You too, Zena. I hope you have a wonderful day and everything works out for you. I am really enjoying making these. If you can't tell, I was going to work more on my book, but these are kind of more fun. Janice, last night I just had insomnia. It goes with my fibromyalgia. And it's just, I laid in the chair and just wide awake. And I went to bed 3 times and couldn't sleep. Well, I always figure there's no need to keep, to wake Greg up. And so I come back in, and I toss and turn some more. And finally, about 3, I went into bed, and I had my alarm set at 6 and finally got up at 7:30, I think. If ever I don't show up, you'll know I didn't get up. Because normally I'll tell you, if I'm not going to do a live, and I'll probably, put a little notice on instead of upcoming and that kind of stuff. But I've had poor sleeping on my, sorry, yeah, about that. Yes, it does, Janet. All my adult life, I was 27 when I was diagnosed. Greg jokes that, are in your marriage vows, you say in sickness and in health. And he goes, I'm still waiting for the health part. But he's such a great caregiver. And I'll still try and walk today. The last few days, I haven't been able to do my mile. It's taken me the 30 minutes to do my half mile, but at least I'm doing something. 40. Yeah. Yeah. Janet, and that's why I do give up. And I get up and I come back in here, but I don't craft or anything because that will wake me up. And down south, we have another bedroom. And so I'll just go to that other bedroom and sleep or lay there and watch YouTube. But not so much here. So it's what it is. What do I want on this pink one? The glue's kind of dried for me. Do you, Janice? The light and noise. Since he's gotten older and on more medication and, those kind of things, he's become a much lighter sleeper. And he wasn't quite the light sleeper when we had a newborn. He'd have slept right through that. What's something right here? But I don't know what. Maybe nothing. Yeah, I'm the same way. Now I can watch YouTube and fall asleep. I have a full face CPAP machine, so I don't think I would do well with the earbuds on. I wear the earbuds like in here, but anyway. Well, friends, I think I'm going to call it a day. I'm really tired. I know this is short. I'd appreciate thumbs up and any comments if you want to come back. I'm at 196 subscribers and I appreciate all of you. Won't be long and I'll hit that 200 and that'll be fun. So have a wonderful day. You all take care. And remember, you have a purpose. Hi, Beth. Just going off. Bye-bye.